Hi, my name is Victor Bart. I'm an Unimog 404 owner and I'm building an expedition camper. And I'm on Abenteuer Allrad in Germany, the big Overland Expo. And let's take a tour around and show you the cool things that I will find. I'm with Martin from Tigerexped and I saw a really interesting fuse box.
Well, essentially it's a central electric system for a vehicle or a boat or a yacht, something like that. So it integrates basically all of the components needed for a vehicle, from battery to inverters, solar chargers, whatever. Everything connects in one point, which is this. So it's basically a compact integration of bus bars, fuse boxes, fuses, blown fuse indication, stuff like that, all in one. We can open it up. It's a lid, moisture protected for flammable environments, so you can basically mount it in the engine compartment of a yacht. The whole structure of this UFO is very easy. You have one side which is the positive bus bars and the other side is the negative bus bars. Something special about the negative bus bar is this here, it's separated. So this is the battery minus and this is the loads, and in between there is a bridge that you could mount. Yeah, it's this bridge. And you can also take it out and add your shunt, because that's exactly the point where you can measure the sum of the current.
So here's the shunt and the main switch.
I mean, in this case it's two shunts, which doesn't make sense, but we wanted to show that it's possible. You can just take out the bridge, insert the divider here and add your shunt, or if you don't have a shunt, like battery with integrated BMS, you just add the bridge. The positive side is divided into three different sections. We have these high amperage fuses for like large inverters, a winch, anchor winch or whatever. One of them is very special. It has two connections. For example, for big 3000 watt Victron inverters, they have two 50 square cables. You can connect them to the single fuse. All the MIDI sections here, they go from 170 to 120 amps for like battery inputs, solar chargers, alternator inputs, stuff like that. And on top we have 4 ATO, ATP fuses, which are probably being used for stuff like voltage sensing lines or battery monitors or stuff like that.
Yeah, and for the rest of the distribution you have this solution, a separate fuse box that you place on another part of your vehicle.
For example, this would probably be in some sort of, I don't know, electrical cabinet, and you would connect to one of the MIDI fuses like a small sub-distribution, either stuff like this or a small fuse box like this. Could be somewhere in the living compartment, bed, whatever, where you connect all your lights, USB sockets, water pumps, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So this is, if you see the whole system, this is a rather large installation. Let's say the UFO 400 is suitable for mid-size to large installations, like let's say large camper vans or trucks or even yachts. So the sum current which can flow over the bridge is 400 amps.
Okay.
Even in 50 degrees ambient.
And is it made for 12 volt or also 24?
Even for 48.
Okay. So it doesn't matter, all the systems can work with it.
Exactly.
But you also have a smaller version of this one.
Right, this one we presented first time last year and we got the request. This is big, yeah?
Yes.
And people say, I have a small camper van, do you have a solution for me? And we said, okay, we will develop another one. We can go there and I can show it to you. This whole pyramid basically demonstrates a small installation, yeah? It's a central electric connection fuse box. You have one battery, you have one inverter, you have a solar charge controller on this side, and you have the DC sub-distribution and some sort of system monitoring on this side. In this case we used the Victron system because we wanted to showcase our battery communication, but in general it represents a small vehicle, what every vehicle basically includes.
Even with the solar panel here.
Exactly, the standard system is easy, yes, it's one battery, it's one solar input, it's one alternator input, it's usually an inverter to connect like, I don't know, cameras, laptops and so on, and it's a DC distribution which will be done with such small fuse box, and that's all. That's all you need. And that's why we developed this small UFO. It covers exactly these 5 cases. That's why you have 5 fuses. First fuse is for the battery, second for the inverter, then you have the solar charging, alternator and the DC sub-distribution, and it's all in one. Same as the big UFO, you have the negative distribution also included, and a few ATO fuses for some important things like battery monitor and so on. The size is much smaller, while this is 260 millimeter in diameter. This is just 165. The big one is 379 and the smaller one will be probably 199. You can find all of the information under www.tigerexped.de or .com or .nl. Tigerexped is the company name, and you just search for the item name. It's called the UFO because it's round, and this is the UFO 400 and this is the UFO 200.
I'm with Jörg from Hellgeth, and they have a lot of really cool vehicles and Unimos here. But I saw something that we all can use when building expedition trucks, and that is this pass-through bellows.
You can have the pass-through in the cab and then in the driver's cab, but somehow it has to be connected, because if you have an opening in the rear wall of the driver's cab, you get a lot of noise because the gearbox is right under. And you have to be secure from the environment, from rain and wind and stuff like that. And actually we produce that with a company together which normally produce the connections in the ice trains and the big city buses, you know, these foldable stuff. So it's really durable stuff. It can go with the complete flex of the truck. Of the movement between the cab and the living cab and the driver's cab, so it will not break, and it's that tough. There is also some insulation and also some noise reduction, so we are pretty happy with that. It will cover a cutout of 600 millimeter wide and 900 millimeter height in the pass-through.
So it fits all the U-series Unimogs?
Actually, it's from the 1300 till the 4023. The opening in the rear wall of the driver's cab, which is allowed for Mercedes, what we can do is that size, 600 of 900. We cannot take out more because then the stability of the cab is not there anymore. So for that, it is produced. Actually, you can find it on www.hellgeth.com. And the price is 750 euros plus tax, depends on where we have to ship it. We have it in stock, we can ship it easily, no problem.
I found a roof tent that is as big as a castle, and I think you pump it up with air, and it's called Gentle Tent, and it is on a Russian car. Not sure which brand that is, but it looks good.
It's called Buchanka.
Oh, Buchanka?
Buchanka.
Buchanka, good. Yeah, it's so big on top. I'm on the Crook booth. And I met up with Fabian and Isabela, and she's now behind the camera, so that makes it easier for me. And they have a YouTube channel, Live and Give 4x4.
Nice. Hi guys, how's it going?
And they have this truck for 1 year now, or even more?
No, actually, we had another one. 6 years or 5 years we are on the road.
Yeah,
with
Frank
another
the
one,
Tank.
Frank the Tank, and now since December 21 we have that one, and we traveled with that one through Europe and spent 2.5 months in roughly in Morocco. Then we got back, and now we're in this lovely show, and enjoy the show.
Okay, so after this show, will you travel again, or will you take a break here in Germany back?
Well, I have my parents here, grandparents of Matteo, my son, our son, and we're gonna. We don't know yet for sure, but maybe Argentina. We're gonna ship to Argentina,
Okay.
or we're gonna ship to South Africa.
Ah, yeah, both great options.
But either way, winter is gonna be somewhere else.
Okay. And how is it to travel with a kid? Because before with the Frank the Tank, the Ateco, the smaller one, you just had you two and the dogs, and now you have also the kid. What's different about that?
Well, first of all, the love grows every day with him, and the difference is, well, he's the boss.
Yeah.
So whenever he wants to sleep, we stop, or we figured out he also sleeps. We have a baby seat. So in the truck situation, we have an extended cab now.
Yes.
Because we wanted more space for the dogs and for him, and the truck is also a little bigger because this side is all bad for him.
Okay.
So he can grow in, and what changed is, well, wherever we go, it's a little bit more hectic.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. But
Instead of you stop, you put your seats out, you take a drink, now you need to take care of the baby.
Exactly. But he's doing great. In Morocco, everybody loved him. He was, I think, the only blonde one in Morocco now. But
Yeah, then
it was the people love it. We love it.
Yeah.
We love to interfere with people. You know, it's great.
the configuration that you have, was that like a standard layout, or did you have like some changes?
Yeah, so for people who now it turned into a standard, so we have the project number 100, so they always, like this is the 100th project in this case, and now it's a standard, but we created it a little bit individual for our situation. And Krug was open to listen to our 4 years of experiences traveling full time.
So this now, like your version, that's now also on the market.
Exactly.
That's really great.
It is nice, it is lovely.
Are there any things that you have now in the truck that you're thinking that should be like a little bit different or changed, or what did you find now that you think that needs to be different?
Well, that's a difficult question. It's only 6 months that we are in this truck, so I think because we're so excited and we planned. The planning phase was really rough. Let's speak like, you know, you have to, when you plan that thing, there's a lot of things that get into it. So right now it's actually perfect. It sounds weird, perfect for us.
Yes.
Other people might think it's not, but for our lifestyle it's perfect. We even have like, okay, a dishwasher for instance. That would be something where we are like, okay, it is nice to have, but if he grows and we need more space, the dishwasher will go.
Yeah.
And then we have more space. That's just a thing, you know.
Yeah, so modular.
Exactly, but everything else, like a washing machine, for instance, we don't regret it a minute, because it's amazing when you don't have to go to a laundromat right now. We still do for the big stuff, but it's actually right now for us perfect.
How long can you stay off grid before your water runs out and you like to restock stuff?
That depends on your personal, but in our case we have 820 liters of fresh water. So it's always electricity, water.
Yeah.
That's the two things you need. And now we have 820 liters. Before we had 400 liters, so we doubled that. But we realized with our son and the washing machine and all that, we can stay probably 2 weeks. Everybody taking a shower every day, and we don't look at the water so much. Like if I want water, we drink the water too. Like you know, if we want water, we drink it. If the dogs need an outside shower, we just do it.
Yeah.
So I would say 14 days, 10 to 14 days, no problem.
Oh, that's nice.
But we never tested that, because we always, when we have a possibility to fill the water, we do.
Yeah, you always fill up.
That's how it is. If you have a 10-liter tank, you do that, or if you have an 800-liter tank, you will do
Yeah, my Unimog has a 130-liter tank.
And it's totally enough.
Yeah, that's fine. And I rented now a fan, and that has like a mini water tank.
Yeah, but it is always what you have. The same with the size. A lot of people say, well, this is big and whatever. it changed a little, the driving, but you after 2 days you know that yourself.
Yeah.
You're in the Unimog, it's like you're home, and you
Yeah.
know the sizes.
And I'm a
whatever.
truck driver myself, so this is for me a small truck to drive.
Well, yeah, to us it was a little change.
Yeah.
But you adapt to everything you have, and we wanted that. You know, it's not like, oh, we are surprised that it's so big. No, we know.
Because this is a bit bigger. Do you have now trails that you think, this one is too big, but the previous one would fit there?
Yes, honestly, yes. You see all the scratches. That was, for instance, an olive garden type of thing in Spain when we wanted to go to the lake. And with my old truck, I would have just passed through. With this one, I did the same, but of course the trees were, scratching, but we still did it, and it's a little harder, but you make it.
Awesome.
Turning wise, you need to know more what's behind the trail where you can turn.
Yeah.
But so far, I hit in Spain. We had a coincidence on the coastline. I had to turn on a really tough, tight road. Well, you take your time and you do like, back and forth, and you make it.
Yeah, awesome. Check them out. Live and Kiff 4x4. So on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
And what is your channel again? Okay, Unimog 404 on YouTube. Check it out. Follow him. Give him a comment. He would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Victor,
Yeah. Thanks for your time.
pleasure meeting you.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Take care and safe travels. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll see you
Good
on
to
the road.
see you here on the show. That you came back for it.
Thank you. See you
Okay.
when we see you.
Nice.
Thank you, Isabella.
See you when we see
Bye.
you. Bye.
I'm with Tamer from Overland Fuel, and here's a company that makes fuel solutions and water solution, and it's made in the Netherlands.
We have jerrycans for the fuel and jerrycans for the water, and this we consider this as the toughest jerrycans in the whole world, and we really mean it. It's not a matter of we are just saying this. It's made from a very special material that is resistant to corrosive materials such as fuel or PET or diesel or others, and it's a very tough and thick material. It's TÜV approved. It's made in Holland. The molds are made in Germany, so it's a combination between German and Dutch engineering. We designed it in Holland as well. These are for water. The watercolors are blue. These are the biggest jerrycan. We have 17 liter, we have 9 liter, we have 4.5, and we have the rounded tanks. And the water we have the blue and the white color, or the natural color. This color actually is the material itself without any coloration on it, no pigment. And then we have the fuel jerrycans. These are the biggest one. It's 17 liter. It comes in 4 colors. So we have the red, and we have yellow, we have green, and we have black. And then after that comes the 8.5 liter. Also comes in the 4 colors. And then we have the 9 liter, the 4.5. This material is called crosslink, and the material for this, as you could imagine, water is different properties than the fuel. So the material for the fuel is different than the material from the water. The water use certain types of polyethylene, and it is designed to take approval of the EU regulations on water and food safety. So stamped on it, you will see the regulation, which is number 10 for 2011, that says that it is safe for drinking water. For this ones, you are not allowed to put drinking water in there because of the nature of the material, and it's a much tougher material. The unique system about these tanks are that they can mount on the car or the motorbike with a unique system of mounting. So this is called the core mount, which is basically a body and a handle. You can mount it in 2 different ways. You can either mount it with 4 bolts on any flat surface, and the kit comes with the bolts, or you can mount it directly on the surface with 2 points like you have now. You put the tank in there and you lock it, and it is locked. Then you have another model which is called the double handle. The difference between this one and this one is that this one has a double handle, and this is better for making the tanks more, it holds more stronger than the double one, and at the same time it lives longer on the plastic, because this handle works directly on the plastic, as you can see, and this one, the second handle stay stationary on the plastic, and this one moves like this. You can stack the tanks in theory as much as you want, but in practice, of course, you have to think of the weight of the plate behind it, and the weight of the liquid inside the gel. Now we want to add another one. You take the handle off, then you add the extension. So the extension handle is reversed. It's looking downward. You add the extension like this. You get the first tank, pass it through the body of the extension. You tie it. You hold the handle like this in the back, and you tie. It's very strong. You get, this is a body that will hold the tank. You get the second tank, you mount it here. Then you have the handle from the first, and you add it. Then you tie it. And of course, in theory, instead of adding another handle, you can add another extension and add another tank, and then put the handle on the outside, and so on. So it depends on what you want, or what's the weight and stuff, technicality of the issue that you have. Normally, people take either one motor and one fuel and put them on top of each other on a rack beside the motor.
That's also a good solution.
So you have a lockable one, and the lockable one, look, it's not possible to open it. This is a lock, and you can open it. And because of the nature, it doesn't want to turn. Because of the bottom of it, it can't turn around. So you cannot, like this, you can open it, but if you add the lock to it, it's not possible to open it.
Oh, perfect.
And that's it. It's ranging from €69, which is the base model, 69, until the large one, which is the 17 liter, which is 135. The prices of the water, 89, starts at €89.
The thing is that the Wi-Fi is
and the smallest one is 40
I think 40
euro.
€40.
You can find more information on our website, which is www.overlandfuel.eu.
He asked me to slam with a hammer on his tank to prove that's really strong. Yeah, I think it's strong.
Harder.
Harder? I think it's approved for Unimog usage. Okay. I'm with Michael from Traution, and I found a system that I never seen before, and that is like a self-recovery system for vans and trucks.
The intention is, if you ever get stuck again so deeply that nothing else helps, no winch, no shovel, no anything else, you don't have to leave the vehicle anymore. You just push the button and the vehicle gets out again, no matter how deep the snow or the mud is. And that's what these systems are for. The star of the show is this system here. It's called System U for underfloor. It can be mounted to the underfloor, and if the system is not used, if the vehicle is driving on the road, these feet are moved inwards, and the system is only this thick, only 4 to 5 centimeters. And if the vehicle is stuck, the driver pushes the button, the feet are being driven out, lifting the car, and the feet have a very rough traction profile. You cannot see it here because it's in the ground, and they stick to the ground. And once the vehicle is lifted, 2 additional hydraulic cylinders, which are not seen here, they are on the underfloor, are activated and they push this thing forward. And by pushing this forward, the vehicle is being pushed backwards. And so you get out of any situation again.
And can you also reverse that you go forwards with this system?
Of course. If you get stuck and you want to get forward, you don't lower the feet. You move this thing forward first, and then you lift the vehicle. And then you push this system backwards, and by pushing it backwards, the vehicle is driving. It's not driving anymore. It's being moved forward. It's 100 kilograms for this type of vehicle. If you want to put it on an ATV, it weighs only 40 kilograms. If you want to put it on a big 4-axle truck, it weighs about 200 kilograms. It's depending on the vehicle.
And I see hydraulic lines. Do you need an hydraulic pump, or how does that work?
Yes, there is an hydraulic pump integrated in the vehicle. And depending on how big the distance is you want to travel, you can take the cheap one with 2 kilowatts if you only use it occasionally. But if you are in Russia and want to travel kilometers with this system, I would recommend the diesel hydraulic pump. It gives you more power.
Smaller pump is electric.
It's electric, right. And I guess in a few years there will be lithium-ion powered big pumps available, so you don't need the diesel anymore.
Yeah, I really never seen this before, and I saw the videos in action here on display, and it looks amazing.
Thanks.
But what if this doesn't fit your system? What kind of solutions do you have for that?
If for some reason, whatsoever, this system cannot be applied, for example, if there is something on the underfloor, there are additional systems that can do the same job. For example, this one. This is called System S, and it's actually doing the same job. It's lifting the vehicle and pushing it forward, but in a different way. If the system is not used in normal driving situations, the entire system is being pushed in this pocket, so it does not interfere with the width of the vehicle, with the dimensions. And if you need it, it's being driven out to the side, and then the vertical cylinder is activated. It's lifting the vehicle, and once it's lifted, these cylinders are activated, and they rotate this arm backwards. And by rotating it backwards, the vehicle is moving forward.
So this can probably also travel a lot higher up, because you can probably make custom legs that fits exactly in vehicle.
That's right.
Like an Unimog has like a very high chassis. Can it still work on a really high chassis, or?
Yes.
Okay.
It's only depending on the length of these cylinders. If you make the cylinder longer, if there is enough space on the underfloor, you can lift up to 2 meters. And the interesting thing is, it's depending on the angle where this is compared to the center of gravity of the vehicle. For example, if this is moved here and then lifted, then this axle goes up to about this height. This costs 10,000 euros, and you can find more information. For example, you can find videos of this in action at Traution.de.
I'm here with Roland from Dare to Be Different Outdoors, and they have a really nice rooftop tent.
We present this year, or we presented last year in October in Utrecht, our first Dutch-made rooftop tent. It's the Anywhere. It's called the Anywhere. And the Anywhere is a hybrid tent between a soft shell and a hard shell. It's the principle of a hard shell, but then without a hard shell. It's a soft shell. And if it doesn't, it's a soft shell without a normal cover. So this is the tent. It's completely made from Austrian fabric, stitched in the Netherlands. In the tent is a 6 centimeters mattress, also with 3 layers, and also with a condensation mattress underneath it. To close it, it's really easy. You take the fabric, hold it down, and it goes in like that. The tent is lightweight, it's only 48 kilograms, and it is available in 2 colors. This red yellow one and the black anthracite one version. The tent can be loaded as it can also be used as a luggage box. So you can add stuff inside because of the 48 kilograms. The average normal car can have a roof load of 75 kilograms. So here, due to the fact that it is only 48 kilograms, you can load up to 27 kilograms. The dust is coming over. So there are 2 roof bars on top of the roof tent, and there you can load a load of maximum 20 kilograms. So a kayak or a surfboard.
Solar panels.
Yes. Now this product is Dutch European made, so it is 4,000 euros, and that includes the mattress and the mounting equipment and the ladder. The ladder is a telescopic ladder till 2.3 or 2.6 meters, and besides that, it's available in whole Europe with my resellers. You can find our resellers on our website www.dtbdoutdoor.eu.
I'm here with Attila from Met Barbecue.
Hello,
And he has a really great story to tell.
I'm Attila from Switzerland, and it's a pleasure to tell you my small story about a cool barbecue grill which happened 13 years ago, 10 o'clock in the night in a garage, because I had a cold beer and a bratwurst but no fire. So we produced the first grill. We cut the hole, we put 2 stones underneath, and we start to make our late dinner. So it was useful and simple, but some friend of mine always asked me, can you borrow me the grill for a weekend? So I start to produce 10 of them. After a while, one of my barbecue was a decoration by accident on a 4x4 exhibition, and some, for me, important people see the grill and call me. So this was the start of the Mad Barbecue grill.
So this is the original one that you built when you had that beer and the bratwurst.
Yeah, listen, you can see here, I made the #1 to scratch to always remember this was number 1.
This is yours.
That's my private
Yeah, but
order.
what if a customer wants to buy this barbecue concept? What do you offer for that?
I offer him the brand new Mad Barbecue limited edition Mad World War II, because I could buy in a really funny, strange process 55 of this very old original World War II canister jerry can. We decide to make a limited edition because it's such a nice story. This guy who sold me this canister told me that all was stored in the basement of the grandfather's house. And when he died, they found in the soil, they had to remove the soil like this. So, and they found 55 of this old can with the old tank gasoline inside. So it was original. You can see. That's why we clean them, but not totally to show the original story.
Yeah, so it still has the old patina
Yes,
effect.
exactly. And I decide to create a new useful series of new barbecue grills, smaller one because of the size, and now everybody can use his jerry can holder outside of the car.
Yeah, that's a really nice feature, because I have 3 jerry can holders under my Unimog. So one can be like the barbecue, and you don't have to store the barbecue inside.
It's like a handbag for man or a cool woman, of course. So you can take it, and the idea is you have everything inside you need. You open, you remove all you need for the fire. It's a present in an original money bag from Switzerland. Then you remove all the parts you need. You turn around, because I like useful things, but keep it simple.
Yeah, that is a really good strategy when you're building an expedition vehicle.
Now you are prepared for usual grilling, barbecue, and now the brand new first chicken tool you can see here.
Nice.
We really can prepare chicken in 1 hour 20 minutes. We do it every 2 weeks now, because we have to make the tests before we produce, and it's also a nice feature. You can use it like this. You are ready with, if you have to put some wood inside.
Oh, and you slide everything aside.
You put
more in.
You put back. So the best feature for users, because you remember you always stay here with the beer and you are waiting for the
chicken,
for the chicken or the meat. We made the first bottle opener inclusive
on the barbecue.
On the barbecue grill, and here as a giveaway present you can remove, take it out, and you have a bottle opener on your keys. Easy to clean, easy to handle. So the product you will find on madbarbecue.com, on Facebook and on Instagram. And the price for customer at the moment is like this. It's 599 euro, optional 150 euro for this. And if somebody buy the full package, we make an offer for 600 euro. So 50 euro discount.
I'm here with Thomas from Unicat.
Hi.
And what I really like about Unicat, all the videos that you made and all the live streams, like in the Corona time, with all the topics, we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And the information is also really good that it's shareable. When someone has a question about a certain topic, I just pick the Unicat video, drop the link, and then they can watch it in detail. So
okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I hope it's a bit helpful just to show what you should look for, where the problems are, so you don't make a mistake when you build your own truck or when you buy one.
So we are now in a big 6x6 truck. Can you show me around a little bit how you make the interior and like the layout?
Yeah, okay.
Because this one has a lifting
This
top.
one has a lifting roof, yes. And with the lifting roof you have the opportunity to have the bed upstairs, so you don't need extra lengths for the bed. And when the roof is down, the roof is actually on the bedding, so you can't sleep there. But when you stop, you raise the roof and you have a nice bedroom, and you have a lot of clearance above you, which gives just a great feel like in a house. So in the back is the bed upstairs. The question is, of course, what's underneath, and that's the outside garage with a Polaris 4x4, relatively big car, powerful, and that just needs a big garage, and this way we could integrate it. We have the seating area here. again on a pedestal with water tanks underneath. Inside storages here, and storages which are accessible from outside, left and right. And then we have here we have the kitchen that actually folds down and makes it like a sideboard, and storage drawers underneath. Here is a fridge and freezer separate, hanger cupboards, and then on the other side we have the convection oven, coffee maker, and just another drawer, some more storage.
And the cooktop, is that gas or induction?
No, we don't use gas anymore since a couple of years. We all do it electric with induction cookers. So typically there is no gas on board, and also we don't use diesel cookers. All these just don't really perform very well. Induction is clean, is safe. And you don't have the gas bottles. I mean, some people just really like to cook on gas, and then they get a gas cooker, no question, if it's a customer's request. But normally the induction cookers are what we are using today.
Yeah, I'm using that also in my old-timer Unimog for an induction cooktop. It's just simple, and also when you travel many different countries, you don't have to find gas bottles and different sizes, and that's
and you don't have a problem when you ship the truck in many on ships. In general, gas bottles are not allowed. Even some tunnels or even some ferries just across the river, they would not allow that. And if you don't have it, you don't have the problem.
That's much easier. And let's swap around, because on the other side we have the wet rooms or the bathrooms.
Okay. So there is more storage here in the front area, just next to the entrance, and also here another cupboard with a bread maker. And then in the front here we have the bathroom. We have the toilet here on this side, the washstand, cupboards everywhere, and then this door is either closing for a moment, the bathroom, and opens the shower. But the shower is behind this door, and this door either closes the shower or the bathroom completely. And then you have a door to access the driver's cab here.
There's a passage.
There's a passage.
Oh, nice. And how much seating is there in the front?
Actually, it's a two-seater. It's a vehicle built for two people, but there is some space behind the driver's seat and passenger seat, and you could seat two more people there, or some person could sleep there or lay there. But that's more or less for emergency, but not for permanent use.
Okay. So this
because in the back you sit quite high, so your view is limited, and you have to sit sideways. So that's not ideal. Not for a long trip.
So this whole camper and layout is made for two people.
Yes. Funnily enough, the biggest vehicles are for two people. But they travel for a long time, and then they just want some space.
And then that becomes their home.
Yeah, exactly.
And I see a big TV here on top.
That folds into that box.
Okay.
And that area could also be used as an additional bed, but now if it's only two people, it's storage.
And is this layout like a standard layout, or is it customly designed for the customer?
That's really an individual layout. It's because of the garage.
Okay.
Most lifting roof vehicles we've built have the bathroom on the side and the kitchen on this side. So there is quite a standard or a typical layout for lifting roof vehicles, but this one is totally different because of the garage.
Okay, thank you for your tour.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And now people know a little bit more how an interior of a Unicat is and where everything is located. And this is really a home for permanent living.
Yes, you have everything you need.
I'm here with Marinus from Relleum Design, and they have a really nice hand winch system pulley thing. So can you tell me more about it?
Okay, what you see here is the 3-ton configuration. You can pull 30 kilonewtons with it, and it works like this. You can either winch like this or ratchet mode if you're restricted with space. And for releasing, you just take the rope out of the transport pulleys and unwind it till it starts to slip. These rollers are stationary in one direction, so it creates lots of friction. So it's very easy to control.
And I tried it, and it doesn't take much force to pull it.
Yeah. You can also remove the ratchet and use any tool you want.
If you buy this system, what comes in the package?
Everything you see here, like the basic device and all these accessories, and the rope comes extra. It depends on the wish of the customer.
Okay, so you order a custom length rope for the amount that you want to pull?
Yeah. You can find more information on relleumdesign.com. The price point, it's about 790 euros for this set plus the rope.
Okay, and the rope is
5 euros per meter.
So this was Abenteuer Allrad 2022. I'm now back at the camping. We packed up. This is the rental van, and the camping here, this campsite too, is almost empty. And the show was really great. I think if you go 2 days to the show, you can see everything and take your time and talk to people and get information, and you can buy stuff. Yeah, it is a really enjoyable show. So I think I will be back next year with the Unimog. That would be great. Then I will have a much nicer expedition truck than this for transit. So if you like to support me, you can check out my Ko-fi page or make a PayPal donation. And thanks for watching, and see you next year on Abenteuer Allrad 2022.